Hello, my name's Elijah and today's review is Pixar's and Argus McLean's new movie, Lightyear. A spin-off of one of the most iconic franchises of animation, being the Toy Story series. This spin-off of the titular character of Buzz Lightyear is mostly an origin story, yet in an alternate timeline. It's basically, this movie is a movie within the Toy Story world, so it doesn't exactly make too much sense because there's, The Adventure Begins, Buzz Lightyear of Darkman came out like 20 years ago, and it literally is a movie within a movie about Buzz Lightyear. But I digressed. It's basically about Buzz Lightyear after he got marooned into this savage planet filled with a lot of robot invaders and really ugly and very tyrannical plants that try to kill anyone and anything that goes in its path. So, in order to move out of this maroonment that he and his crew are in, he tries to circle around the sun to bring back the energy source so it could send them back to them Earth. But however, every time they do it, he takes off years and years to the point he just went AWOL, and to the point he skips so much years that the robots have invaded, and we'll just say Zerg's back in the picture. The movie has garnered some controversy, even though I am using the word controversy in the loosest sense possible. I mean, so loose, it's like saying Clockwork Orange is something I can show to kids. As in, some really flaky Republicans boycotted the movie just because it has a montage scene of a lesbian couple. And again, it has been referenced a lot throughout in other scenes in the movie and featured prominently, particularly in a montage scene. I believe it is a step in the right direction compared to like Onward and Beauty and the Beast, where it's mostly just a side reference and a cameo, or feels like an afterthought. I wouldn't put it as high as, say, Eternals, when Disney's mostly really hit or miss reputation when it comes to LGBT reputation, or more misses than actual hits. This one is somewhat of a hit, but yeah, I think it's clearly done very cleverly in a way that it isn't like tailored in so it can just be edited out in some Middle Eastern country. But without further ado, I really liked Chris Evans in the movie. Even though he has explained that the movie it's a movie that made Andy like Buzz Lightyear and got the toy of him. The toy being Tim Allen, like two separate characters. Like, I think it's a very well established fact, to the point that they even said in the opening scene, like in 1995, Andy saw what was his favorite childhood movie, and he got the toy based on the main character. Like, they actually just straight up said it. Like, have you seen the movie now? I think it's just Pixar just kind of flexing on Republicans who, I think at the rate they're going to boycott, I don't know, the Bible next. Pia Soon is great, and Kiki Plummer is excellent in this film, and also other well-known actors in the movie, like Taika Waititi, who plays Mo Morrison as a naive and really cowardly soldier who is really great in the movie. James Brolin's in this movie, and also Ursula Adabe, sorry if I mispronounced her name, also has a brilliant voice performance in the movie. And again, a lot of Pixar movies, particularly the Toy Stories ones, and particularly the fourth one that came out, I love the animation in the movie. To the point it feels like fresh cinematography to me. Like, I think like I kind of overstepped the line, or kind of tiptoe on that line, where I really praised the movie's like really cinematic and almost has this live action feel to it. Like, I feel like this is a world that you can, Toy Story feels like this world that grows less and less plastic with its environment, and more the world you can breathe in, given its beautiful environments and its gorgeous depiction of nature and toys and human beings, despite the fact the main characters are plastic and the world's essentially made by computers. Again, it is a very gorgeously animated film. I also really like the continuity of it, like I said in the montage scene, they keep adding years and years, like Buzz Lightyear doesn't age while all the rest of his characters do, and so the environments like degrade around him. Which I thought had some really excellent case of continuity, which I really liked. Even in like movies where Buzz Lightyear or Lightyear plays homage to, like something like 2001: Space Odyssey with the Stargate scene, or something like Moon with the interior design, which looks very similar to the Sam Rockwell, and the other actor who shall not be named is also in it. And it also really the third act, particularly one shot of it, or a couple shots of it, remind me of Gravity, as Buzz Lightyear just hurls around in space, and the camera is essentially just fixed on him as he just panics and wails around, while the environments just flip around him like almost uncontrollably, which I thought was a really great nod to these sci-fi movies. I think something I kind of feel a little bit jarring in this movie, that I think this movie was done to capitalize on the success of Toy Story 4. Like, I think something that's a little bit sacred about Toy Story is that we feel like we have to wait for another installment. Like, I think with the exception of the wait time between 1 and 2, we usually wait for like an average of 11, 10 or 9 years for another one. Like, this one, it only... the most recent installment came out like 3 years ago. I felt like, should we just wait till just so Toy Story doesn't like feel too fresh in my mind? Do we feel like we kind of earned that wait? Like, I feel like the wait time between now and 2019, I think it just didn't feel like I feel like I'm completely too up to the hype about it. Like, again, I am completely down to like Toy Story 5 if they ever make it, or apparently they might make a Woody spin-off again if they might make it. But I think the weird thing I just feel in my head, like, I feel like they didn't have enough time pass between films. Like, it just feels like a brush of... I feel like we waited 10 years to see what these characters are up to and how they evolved. And this one, it just feels like a completely different character altogether. Like, although the same person, but I feel like we can't wait for more time to have gone by, just so we can feel like the complete evolution of these characters. And it did remind me, like I said in the beginning, like this was not his only solo movie that Buzz Lightyear was involved in. Like, he was involved in it back in 2001 or 2 or something, like 20 years ago. He appeared in a direct-to-video film, Buzz Lightyear's Darkman: The Adventure Begins, as he basically has these has all these companions, and has this own massive crew, and he must fight off Zurg after he steals the Unimind so he can brainwash the entire galaxy. Like, this is on the same veins as something like Star Wars or Cowboy Bebop. Again, just four ragtags trying to take down the evil empire while being at odds with their higher ups as well. Even though I kind of have a really mixed attitude towards direct-to-video films, I think the more I watch Lightyear, watch The Adventure Begins, like, I think the more it kind of grows on me a little bit more. I think it's one of the more better ones, even though I think there's a period of me is that they kind of was a bit submissive about it. I think I kind of want to wait to see how Lightyear grows on me more compared to the movie he had like well over 20 years ago. Even though we'd waited a lot shorter than usual for another Toy Story movie, again, I really like Chris Evans' performance in the movie. Taika Waititi is great. All the characters are brilliant in the movie. Gorgeous animation, great action, and some beautiful cinematography in the movie. Even though I feel like not enough time has passed by for me to like really appreciate the last film. I feel like feel the full-on evolution. Even though it's a spin-off and it's a film within a film, needless to say, I somewhat enjoyed it. I'm feeling a 7 to an 8 out of 10. So, what do you think about Lightyear? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This is Lightyear, and bye!